All right, thanks for checking out another one of our videos with us. I've already kind of dove into this thing a little bit. This is a Gallagher M300. It's an older model that they don't make anymore, but it's a 2008 model, and something's wrong with the board. Well, actually, it's got multiple problems. Capacitor's good. This is the original transformer. You can see one of the windings is on the primary side. It's got corroded, and no, it's actually not corroded. It's just burnt up. And then their output tabs that on the transformer, they were broken when I opened it up. So I need a new transformer. I'm going to try to salvage this board. I can't seem to get it to go though at the moment. So one thing I want to try to do is, that's a new transformer for it, is possibly repair the board. What I did initially was I tested. Common thing to go bad with these older version boards. The new ones look a little different than this. Is these diodes sometimes will get hot over time from running, and they'll go bad. But all of them, I believe, checked good. But we can check them again. It's been a few days since I looked at this thing. So let me we'll test these diodes out, and see. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. There's 3 more over here. Good. 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 I think I checked the capacitor out last time. Let me check it just to make sure. 15 or 14.9, and it is a 15. So 12 years old, and the capacitor's still good. So the bulb, what it does, it lights up. This green bulb barely comes on because it's burned out a little bit, but it does. You can barely see it glowing, but it won't click. It won't fire. I think our issue is this piece right here, which I've got one, so I'm going to change it. But this is a 10 watt, 10 ohm resistor. We'll check the resistor to see, make sure it's good. I think I checked it the other day too. Yeah, that's good. MOV is good. There's little links here. I think they're fine. I think they're fine. Come on. That's good. That's good. So, I mean, the board on the back side's got some chips on it and stuff that do things, but I don't get involved repairing those surface mount things. I just don't have the tools for it or the right soldering equipment for it. So I don't fool with them. Plus, I can't tell what the hell they are. You know, they're probably resistors and little things and stuff. But I just don't fool with that fine tooth stuff. I just never got into that kind of thing. So worst comes to worst, if we change this piece out here, and we'll probably change the bulb at the same time. If this doesn't work, I've got a new board, and we'll get the guy going that way. But let's see what we can do. Let me go grab a new trigger piece and see if that bring this thing back to life. And on the newer Gallagher M300 boards, towards the last like 8-9 years that they made these boards, they had trouble with these boards early on. I think they started making this unit in 2005, and they discontinued it about 2017, 18, I think. So they're around for 13 years or so with this model. But the last like 5, 6, 7 years that this unit was around production-wise, they had totally revamped the board and solved a lot of their issues that they were having. It was mostly diodes, because they only used one in each spot, and the newer ones had big diodes. Well, they made two versions of the board after this one. The second one was kind of a wasn't really Band-Aid fix. This is an updated thing. They put basically 2 diodes like this and tied them together. Basically made one big diode out of 2. And they did that in like 2 spots. I think it did on D22 and D1. I think it's up here, D10, wherever this one is up here. That one, that one. The other ones they left alone. And in the new last version of the M300 boards, they did big diodes, but it looks totally different. Looks similar, but different. And they also added in 2 SCRs. You can see there's a spot for a second one right there. they got this one here, and right there next to it, there's a spot for one more. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to change out this one and then add a second one. And if that gets it going, then I'm going to probably update those diodes to a double, well, not the double diode setup because that's a pain in the neck to do. But I'll put one big diode, a bigger amperage voltage one, in place of the two of the common ones that would go bad on these. So that's what we're going to do, and we might be able to bring this board back to life. If we can, this is going to save the guy a hell of a lot of money, because the boards aren't the cheapest to buy, you know, parts wise, but still cheaper to fix than replace. Fix an old unit versus buying a new one. I think I have to look it up. But I do get free quotes, so it's not going to cost the customer anything for me to take a look at it. So we're going to play around with it. We do give free quotes. So if this doesn't solve it and it ends up needing a new board, before I call it done, I will call the customer, ask them give them the price, ask them what they want to do, because it does need that transformer replaced as well. And the guy says, throw it away, trash it. He doesn't owe me anything for trying, even though I'm doing all this work to it. If he says no, I don't charge anything for looking at it. I just I play around with it to a point, and once I figure out what I know is going to fix it, then I'll call. And if for some reason someone says no, just keep it for your collection or whatever, parts unit or something like that, then that's what we'll do. We don't charge anything to try looking at a unit. And I'm not going to bother changing that bulb just yet, because it's burned out, but you can barely see it glowing. So that's just a dummy light anyways. It's the power light to tell you the power's on, that the unit's on. But if it goes to clicking, then we know for sure that the power's on. So that light really has no meaning behind it. So now we're going to solder that one. This is still when Gallagher was using the majority of through-hole devices on their units. They do have surface mount crap on there as well, but now all their units are still a combination, but they use a bit more surface mount stuff and digital electronics on there. But they do good quality stuff. They're not probably a little saves them money on manufacturing, but they still use good components and good quality stuff. Oops, that's the old one. This transformer been replaced once before. Looks like it was replaced back in 2019. This is the original one. So I don't know what the hell happened to it. And the board's original. Board's got a 08, so it's a 2008. So the board's original. Transformer's been replaced once before. Looks like about a year or so ago. And but the board's original. All right, we'll see what happens. I'll plug it in. There it goes. Clicking. So the SCRs were the problem. So let me just to see, I'm going to close the lid on it. Luckily, that's all it was. All right. Saves the customer from having to buy a new board. I've got the board in stock, so I spent the money on the board, but use that for the next one. All right, where's my tester at? Now on the bench, these things hit about 5 to 6, but on the fence they can be a bit higher. Yep, we're reading about 6.2, right over 6, so we're right in the ballpark, so it's good there. So it kind of sparked this little thing through. Nice sharp little smack to it. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go back inside this thing and I'm going to show you the upgrade to the old board. Transformer. Old one will go back in the trash. Alright, stupid capacitor got a big charge built up on it, so we need to discharge the cap. Come on. Alright, so now I need to pull the transformer back off. Pull this back out. Those red capacitors, they probably got a charge built up in them, but I'm not going to sit there and discharge all of them. But I am going to I need to desolder 2 of the diodes that usually go bad. Luckily, he's 13 years old and it's still fine, but it'd be my luck. Don't fix them, and the guy called back in a month saying it quit on them. So, and I got to figure out which ones they were. Okay. So we'll take that, I'll solder off that one. Alright, and the other one's right here. Ooh. Something just charged with me touching somewhere. Alright, I get the big diodes out. You saw the right one. I did, but I need to get the solder off that tab still. I could feel it wasn't wanting to budge. There's a little bit still on this one. Come on. Alright, these diodes go in a certain way. So now that's what it's going to look like on 2 big diodes. And those are the 2 back in this time frame. Those were the 2 that were common to have problems. So we're going to solder those on, but I also want to, I guess while I'm at it, we're going going to desolder and solder on a new light bulb for this green bulb that's burned out. Oh, green bulb. Stick it in there. Fold over that little hole, little window there. I'll do a little soldering. All right, now I need to snip off the excess. One. Come on. All right, now we're power it back on, make sure it still works, and that green bulb should be nice and bright again. There it is. Now you can see it plain as day. And it's clicking again. So we're good to go now. So this thing's kind of updated, fixed up and going again. So we got a 13-year-old Gallagher unit. Brought it back to life by repairing the board versus replacing it and putting a new transformer in because the other one was all broken. So, and the capacitor being 13 years old, tests 14.9 out of 15, so that's pretty darn close, so that's good. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to write the guy up. I'm going to put off the side, let it run for a while, and then make sure everything still works good. Put a load on it as well, but this thing should be good to go. Typically, these Gallaghers, once you fix them, you don't see them for a while. And usually they're either going to work or they're not. So if they don't have intermittent issues where you repair it, works for like a day or two and it quits on. Usually when they're working like this, they're good to go for a while. You know, unless lightning hits them or has another malfunction of some sort. But this should be good to go. I wonder if this guy didn't have it in like got water in it, because you see all this crap down in here. So I wonder if it got wet. So that could have been the whole issue, or if maybe it got knocked off the wall and fell in a puddle. That's why the transformer was broken. I don't know. But anyways, we will call this done and get back with the customer, and hopefully they'll say okay to fix it, and we'll get this going back to them. So if you got a fence charger that needs to be worked on, no matter what brand it is, you can get a hold of us there. It's all of our information. So this information is also down the links down. There's links in the description area of the video. So hit that little drop down arrow, and then you'll see all our stuff down there. But like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, see you later.